is finally here. Rassie Erasmus has officially named his Springbok 23 to face France on Saturday. There is so much to pick apart. Siya Kolisi will make his 100th appearance as a Springbok on Saturday when he leads the side out in what is a very experienced side. We wondered whether they might go to a more youthful side and see how they cope. They've resisted the change, and in Rassie Erasmus saying that they're treating this French and Irish game like World Cup playoffs, this gives you a very good indication of the type of team that we currently back in that kind of scenario. No Handré Pollard is a big headline. No Kwagga Smith on the bench as well, in what still remains to be looking like a 6-2 split, despite there being three backline players. Andre Estes is included on the bench, but in the number 21 jersey, which sort of indicates that he is still covering flank. Grant Williams, Moy Liebach on the bench. Sasha Famigomazulu will start. Lourdes Diaga has been retained in the starting lineup, which sees Eben Etzebeth make a comeback. Bowen Venter will get the nod with no oxen chair. And the big injury news as well is Damian Willemse is fit and will start at full back. Before we get into it, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so this is, let me just move this. I don't know how that's, this is the side. And a couple of picks I didn't expect and a couple of picks I did expect. In terms of the 1 through to 15, pretty close to what we sort of expected. Our big sort of question marks was the lock pairing, Ruan Okia versus Lourdes Diaga. They've gone with Lourdes Diaga. And Bowen Venter versus Thomas Toyet Lucid versus Gerard Stenenkamp. Well, they've gone with Bowen Venter in the number 1 jersey, a straight swap for the injured Oxen Chair. Malcolm Marx, Thomas Toy, that's kind of, I mean, the Oxen Chair, Malcolm Marx, Thomas Toy has been our regular sort of starting front row so far this season. So not a big surprise, and very much keeping that Bulls front row as our replacement front row, given the fact that they know each other, they understand how they play, and that's kind of the impact we're looking for in the second half. It's the experience, isn't it, of Eben Etzebeth and Lourdes Diaga, who I think, in terms of Lourdes Diaga, played himself into this game with his performance last week. I reckon that it was a bit of a toying cost between Ruan Okia and Lourdes Diaga. I think that they looked at the fact that it's going to be a big pack up front, you know, with Emmanuel Mierfou starting for France, and said we probably need the physicality of Lourdes Diaga. The back three of Siya Kolisi, Peter Steph, the Toy, and Jasper Wiese was always going to be the back three, wasn't it? Similarly, who I think it was always going to be Kobus Reinach and Sasha Famigomazulu. You've got to reward the form that they have shown whilst playing with each other. Kurt Lawrence, Cheslin Colby, Damian Willemse. We're back to our World Cup back three. It is our strongest back three, I think. Ethan Hooker will feel aggrieved to a certain degree, given the fact that he has been so good when he has been given an opportunity. But you know, it's just such an embarrassment of riches when you think that you'd be leaving out a Kurt Lawrence or an Ethan Hooker to accommodate him. And then Damon Delende, Jason Creel, a very experienced, the most experienced centre pairing for the Boks. Probably one of the most experienced centre pairings ever, to be honest. Must be up there in the top 5. They will start. No Kane Moody in the 23. Then off the bench, I think we kind of thought that we might see a 6-2 or potentially 5-3 with Andre Estes, which kind of is the case. For me, very, very interesting call not to have Kwagga Smith. There's no real breakdown threat coming on in that second half. Maybe my only, I wouldn't say gripe, but worry about the bench. So it is Johan Grabela, Gerard Stenenkamp, Wilkolo, Arges Neyman, Ruan Okia, back to the 2 locks, which I wondered about. I actually thought when I did my prediction that I would go with a 6-2 split, go with Arges Neyman, Lourdes Diaga off the bench, and Kwagga Smith. They've gone with Andre Estes in the number 21 jersey, so they're still backing him as flank. Ahead of Kwagga Smith is quite an interesting call. And then Grant Williams and Moy Liebach. So no Handré Pollard is huge. It really is. It just shows you that they have got full faith in Sasha and in Moy Liebach right now. With the way we want to play, with the way they are playing, they are getting the backing. And I'm here for it, to be perfectly honest. And you feel for Handré Pollard because it's not like he's done anything specifically wrong. But we're talking about horses for courses. And the way we're playing at the moment, the way we want to play, just suits the other 2 fly halves. And they're getting that backing to play and go and start. So I'm a big fan of it, to be perfectly honest. I really liked the entire 23. I think save, I would have Kwagga Smith ahead of Andre Estes, but that's probably about the only real change I would play would make. So in terms of what Rassie has had to say, he said, we always plan to make a few changes for this match and we'll continue to rotate the players throughout the tour so we can give as many players a chance while at the same time trying to achieve our objectives on the field. This, however, is the team we feel is best suited to what we expect from France and the way we would like to play this weekend. I think that second part is probably more important, the way we would like to play. Many of them have also faced France in 2022 and 2023, so they know what to expect from the host and have also had a taste of what it is to play in front of their passionate home crowd. Speaking about Siya Kolisi, he said that this is a huge milestone for Siya, and we are all delighted for him. He is a level-headed player, and although this will be a big occasion for him and a match that we would like to make special for him, he is fully focused on the task at hand, so he won't allow that to overshadow what he must do on the field. Then speaking about France, he said France have a quality team all around with good forwards and backs, and they are a side that plays for the full 80 minutes. They also have a fanatical home crowd behind them. The Springboks would know better than most, which will inspire them immensely. So we are fully aware of the magnitude of this match, and we know what we have to do on the field. A couple of some of the stats. In terms of our record against France, we have played 46. Excuse me. 128, last 12, drawn 6. We have scored 994 points against them, and we've had 720 points scored against us. In terms of some of the other stats, excuse me. Siya Kolisi, who made his debut in 2013, will reach his 100th test. He will become the 9th Springbok Centurion in history. We had Billy Roo became the 8th in history earlier this year, and this is oh goodness, this is also the 50th test that Rassie Erasmus will lead the side as Springbok head coach, and the win rate currently standing at 73.4%. So that obviously doesn't include the sort of 4-year period where Jacques Inoba was the coach. This is just Rassie's as head coach stats. In terms of some of the stats, for example, or the caps, in the starting lineup, there are 924 caps, 362 in the back line, 562 among the forwards. On the bench, there are further 177. The average caps per player in the back line is 52, the forward 70, while the players on the bench average 22. Right. What do we think? Let me know down in the comments below.